Hey, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all of the other episodes, check the link in the description, stop by raprankings.com, or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform. And please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting to help us grow the channel and continue our journey as hip-hop's first and premier extreme podcast. Track 2, Doomsday, featuring Pebbles, the Invisible Girl, produced by MF Doom. I struggle with this, man, all week. But unfortunately, and I mean, it's not really unfortunate, 7+.
9+.
Shit.
I struggled with this one too, because I wasn't sure if it was a 10 or not for me.
Going in, I thought it was going to be an 8. There's a reason why I ended up at a 7+, which I'll obviously explain. But you were struggling to a much higher degree than me.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, this is still one of my favorite Doom songs of all time. This is maybe like my second favorite Doom song of all time. Thinking about it in relation to my 10, it's not my favorite Doom song of all time. Not number one with a bullet.
Okay.
And it's a song that I feel like right now, I don't want to give it a 10 because, and I might be tripping, I might come back and be like, it is a 10 at some point. But I feel like Doom's passing, maybe it's because of like the rhyme book situation with Egon and Doom's estate. I feel like we haven't had enough distance from losing Doom for me to be sure about a 10 on this, because the record definitely started hitting me a little differently after he passed. You know, especially that chorus.
Oh, man.
On Doomsday. Well, the chorus. On Doomsday, ever since the womb, till I'm back where my brother went. That's what my tomb will say.
Oh, right above my government.
Right above my government, Doomsday. Okay, right. Unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say?
Right. Which I will say, that's a rap hook for the record. That's a good rapped chorus.
Oh, for sure. But that has like driven it into like a temporary 10 space for me, that I feel like due to the recency of his passing and the unfortunate circumstances not only surrounding his passing but in the aftermath of it, I don't want to just throw a 10 on it because like I'm feeling a kind of way about things with him at the moment.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to throw out a grief 10 basically.
Right. Mel, you know, the cautious style to be safe, you know, it's like
9+. Okay. And that's still,
you love it. You still love it.
Yeah.
That's a 9+. You know?
Yeah, for sure. So I absolutely love this record. And yeah, you were talking about, you know, it's like the intro and outro bits by Pebbles, the Invisible Girl. Just, it's gorgeous over this redacted flip. Okay.
Well, Rap Rankings listeners are used to the word redacted in a different way. We're not saying that redacted is a redacted, but has to, well, I can't even say the pronoun. I'm going to censor that.
It's a sample flip of a singer and a musician, okay, who we can't name because we're trying to protect the innocent here, and we're not going to do any of that sample snitching. But if you know, you know. And when we play some of it tonight, I think you'll know when you hear it. So the beat is just perfect. It might be my favorite flip of this person.
Well, you know, when it comes to this person who we can't name, this actually leads into my first note about this song. So here's why I thought this was going to be an 8. And I don't know if I spoke about this on Food or Mad Villainy when we did those reviews, but the beat itself is like probably like a 8+ for me, because fun fact, this may have been, I could be wrong. If I spoke about something else in some other review, then just go by that. But I'm pretty sure I'm not. This may have been the very first Doom-related thing I ever heard. The beat to this song, because I remember I had downloaded all of the special herbs either like right after I graduated high school or like right before. So this was either mid 2010 or late 2010 or maybe even early 2011. I had been out of school for a few months, but I was walking outside the Best Buy in Pacific Coast Plaza. I'm only putting this out here because Jesse crazy ass actually made the pilgrimage to the McDonald's that I mentioned on the show.
I can't believe it.
He did it. He went, folks, Jesse, the third member, went to the actual McDonald's in Mission Valley, San Diego, California, where I illegally downloaded Doris. It brought a tear to my eye. It really did. It looks those sun-kissed hills in the background. It was just as I remembered it. But if you want to make a pilgrimage to another place, folks, because Jesse already hit that one, not that you can't go to that McDonald's, but 2110 Vista Way, Oceanside, California. Okay, that was the Best Buy that I was walking outside of. I had it on my Zune. I was probably with Sebro and Christian, and I just turned it on, and I heard that, it sounds like the Rab intro. Doom, 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 doom. Not that, but it was, this beat.
Well, yeah, it's that 4-count intro.
Yeah, I call it like a drunken Pharrell sort of thing because it's not always in time, right? Yeah,
and with the bongos,
the scratches come in, and like I remember
that's another sample from Redacted. Okay, so you can't say
damn,
but those scratches. We reviewed this album already.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say that much. The scratches come from an album we reviewed, and Dart Adams was on the review. Maybe not for that song specifically. Maybe. I can't say. But definitely on one of the albums we did with Dart, so it's an 80s album, that scratching comes from one of those records.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I heard this beat, and I had yet to hear him rap yet, but this is the producer-rapper season, and I had these beats from him, and I'm like, hey, I know I like the guy as a producer, because this is at the time, too, where I was I was like a few years, like 3 years into rapping, so I hadn't heard too many flips of this person that got sampled, who is still one of my favorite artists and was then. As we know, this woman has been sampled millions of times, but at the time, I hadn't heard too many. So I'm like, outside the Best Buy, I'm like, this is magical. This is one of the greatest things. And obviously, I still like the beat very much. But with time, I came to hear more samples of this woman and, realize just how sample she actually is. So it kind of killed some of the magic for me, but it's still the beat that I love. So this may have been the very first thing I ever heard.
I think it's such a great intro type record for Doom, for everything that's going to come after this in his career. This being, if not, obviously there were 12 inches and stuff that came out before this, but the record itself, when you put on Operation Doomsday, which is the debut MF Doom album, this is the first actual song that you hear.
Yeah,
it incorporates a lot of what I think makes Doom great. You have that, like kind of quiet storm R&B sample mixed with that almost like 80s hip hop drum programming, or in this case, scratching.
It really sets a tone too, because obviously I know about Doom now, but like, say I was first hearing this, maybe off the intro, you wouldn't expect such a serene sample. And a lot of what's sampled on the album, as we'll get into, it's not hard. It's not gritty. It's not like, it's almost kind of odd. Here we have this villainous persona, but you have to imagine it's just like Doom in his lair, just listening to like the R&B station. Like that's what I picture.
But Doom is kind of adding these different elements together. You've got like the quiet storm R&B, you've got the 80s hip hop, but he's rhyming over it in a somewhat contemporary manner, at least for like the lane of underground rap that he was orbiting in at this time.
Right. I mean, hey,
he's not rapping like, you know, KRS was rapping.
Right. You know, and I mean, hey, that kind of lends itself to the persona because it's like, yeah, Dr. Doom, mad scientist. It's like you wouldn't expect these elements to be poured into a beaker and this concoction to come bubbling up, but it does, and it works. It's like MF Doom, Dr. Doom. I just picture them in the secret hideout, you know, tapping their foot, scheming, but like it's and like fucking R&B.
What is it when it's not something from like, you know, an 80s R&B sample source? What is it? It's like music from cartoons and old movies and stuff like that, and, you know, superhero cartoons from the 60s. You know, his musical influences that kind of all tie together to create this sound is just like, you know, when we got that call about, I think it was from Sean 316, about like what made us really want to go deeper into this shit, you know, like this is the kind of stuff that grabs you,
right,
and takes you down a rabbit hole. This is such a great intro. You know, I was just saying though, like the Pebbles Invisible Girl and the chorus, just like a lot more bittersweet for me after his passing. You know, the record itself, really damn near a perfect rap record. And yeah, this is like upper tier MF Doom, maybe top 2.
Well,
so
I just wanted to say, like, for the record, the reason it's not an 8 is because I guess, yeah, I got more acquainted with samples of this person in hip hop. And I want to be especially clear. The raps don't ruin it. It's not like, oh, I prefer the beat. I heard the beat first and the raps are no, it's not that. Because the raps, how could they? They're great raps, as we'll get into, I'm sure. But it's just a tad long. Like a tad long. Maybe like 30 seconds, 45 seconds get shaved off, you know. Yeah, I would probably be able to go over 8-. But 7+. I like the song. I've always liked the song ever since I first heard it. The reason why I thought you were referencing the singing part when you said, you know, the chorus got you emotional because he's talking about his gravesite and, you know, his name being there. It's because, like, I swear the whole world could feel you, MC. It's like when a person passes, that outpouring of love and appreciation comes, like, spilling out, you know. But it's like, on that note, I like the flip. Shout out to Pebble. She held down a job of interpolating the sample that we can't name, but like I like the flip of it with these lyrics, these MC centric lyrics. And yeah, the verses, I mean
there's lots of different moments I could highlight
right
in the verses, you know, like broken household name usually set in hostility. What is MF, you silly? I like to take men's to the end for 2 milli. Do that's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off just to save me the trouble, yo.
That line in
that's
itself.
Dope.
Yeah. Rappers need to fall off just to say, hey, I feel you.
Just how he, you know, kind of jams the syllables at one point here earlier. Stop and stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 60 sicko psycho who throws his dick around. I always just liked how, like, jumbled that sounded.
Yeah.
He can make those sort of things sound really good. Verse 2, I mean, listen. Verse 2 might be my favorite verse on the song. I don't want to quote the whole thing, but, you know, definition, supervillain, a killer who loved children, one who is well skilled in destruction as well as building that lore building that he's already starting to do from the very beginning. I mean, he was doing it on the last track, just on the intro. A Pied Piper, holler a rhyme, $1 a dime, do his thing, ring around the white collar crime, get out my face, asking about my case, need toothpaste, fresher mint, monkey style redacted, get Mentadent. Mentadent was good toothpaste, man. It's gone now, but it was it was like in a hard plastic dispenser. And when you press down on it, one side would come out with like it. So the hole that the paste comes out of.
Was it like one of those split holes?
Yeah, it was split. So one side would come out as a blue gel and the other side would come out as a white paste. And the blue gel tasted so refreshing. We didn't eat it, obviously, but it I'm not a big paste. You don't love paste,
the white paste. The gel was nice. I mean, Aquafresh is still doing that, right? Don't they do?
Yeah, but it's not quite like it. It's like it was a perfect 50-50 distribution between this blue gel and the white paste.
Okay.
The white paste, did the thing that the white paste does, and the gel was nice and fresh tasting. And it's gone now. Can't get it anywhere anymore.
You sound
people
like
buying Mentadent for $60-$70 on eBay now. Fucking crazy.
What? They sell a toothpaste for $70?
I think so. I mean, I don't know if it's still going because they discontinued it in 2020, 2021. I don't know. In the last like 2 or 3 years.
Not to get into toothpaste rankings, but yeah, listen, folks, bring back Mentadent for Moulz and bring back King Vitamin for me. Okay, there are lots of things. If you're gonna kill us, if we're gonna meet our doom as the world falls apart, at least let us get some stuff back. It's not like it's gonna hurt y'all, Give me the pre-whole grain cinnamon toast crunch, all the stuff I've asked for. Okay.
I do want to say I really like the sample dropping out for the third verse
when
and
it's
you
just
get the scratching.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't return until I think when he says yin and yang, clang, crime don't pay, and it's like the clang, and then the beat comes back in.
Mm-hmm. I will say I actually brought something in just to show you that influence is very short, but like this song is, I've spoken probably in previous MF Doom reviews about how, I was getting some of his influence through people who were influenced by him. But the line in this song where he said, never let her interfere with the Yeti ghetto slang, nicknames of tip and nipples. This is one of them twist toes. Okay. Nipples off nipple and tip and nipples metal fang. Doom himself wasn't the first time I heard that. It was actually Milo in a song called An Encyclopedia in 2015, where he said this.
Might make a beat from machete metal clang. I mastered the Yeti ghetto slang like nicknames of nimble and tip of nipple metal fang.
I didn't know that was Doom when he said it, and then I finally heard this album. I'm like, oh, this nigga really turned y'all out, but I get it now though. It's like, yeah, Doom was like the blueprint for a lot of things. So it was always funny when I hear that because it's like I have to remember it. No, this is his lyric,
Yeah.
It's just that Milo was the guy I heard it from first, so he was in my head,
On the note of the third verse, by the way, I think this is a great, series of closing bars.
Oh, yeah.
Able to drop today's math in the 48 keys of life, cut the crap far as rap, touch the mic, get the same thing an Arab will do to you for stealing. What the devil? He's on another level. It's a word, no, a name. MF, the supervillain.
It's how you close out a verse.
That's how you close out the first song proper on your album when you're trying to establish a new persona for yourself. Okay? The legacy begins. And we got a hell of a lot of archival audio tonight, even in the absence of being able to play samples.
Well, what we got?
Now, this was not a song that was... If it was released as a 12-inch... it was the album version of the song that was on the 12-inch. So tonight I'll be playing a lot of 12-inch versions from this album because he re-recorded a lot of them. And in some cases actually slightly reproduced some of the beats for the album versions. So we'll be able to A/B those. Let's let them hear some of the original Doomsday record, the one we're reviewing right now, because we do have remixes here among some other things.
Okay. Well, let me load that in. Jesse, if you're listening, when we start our porn company, I think 12-inch versions would be a good film to produce personally, but we'll workshop it. Anyway, here's a little of this Doomsday.
Mic check. Drop whole mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop, stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 psycho who throws a dick around. Bound to go 3 plat, came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Fem stack cats get kidnapped. Then release a statement to the press, let the rest know who did that. Metal fist terrorists claim responsibility. Broken household name usually set in hostility. What is MF, you silly? I like to take men's to the end for 2 milli. Do-do-do-do-do, that's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off just to save me the trouble. Yo, watch your own back, came in and go out alone, black. Stay in the zone, turn H2O to cognac. On Doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went, that's what my tumor say. Right above my government doomulate, either unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say? I wrote this one in BCDCO section. If you don't believe me, go get bagged and checked in. Cell number 17 up under the top bunk. I say this not to be mean, was bad luck a pop junk. Pop the trunk.
I've been hearing it all week, but it's still... I hear the song and it takes me back to that place where I first heard it.
I had it at a 10 at one point in time. Like, I didn't want to be overzealous, and I feel like my feelings towards my 10 on here are a little bit warmer than my feelings towards this one ultimately. So 9+, as high as I could possibly go without going all the way. So we do have remixes here as well. We got 2 remixes, the X-Ray remix and the Mr. Jason remix. Which one you want to hear first?
I gotta hear Mr. Jason. That's
okay. I think this is maybe produced by MF Grimm, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is he Mr. Jason?
Potentially.
Wow. Okay, here we go.
I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Whole mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop, stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 psycho who throws a dick around. Bound to go 3 plat, came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Fem stack cats get kidnapped. Then release a statement to the press, let the rest know who did that. Metal fist terrorists claim responsibility. Broken household name usually set in hostility. What is MF, you silly? I like to take men's to the end for 2 milli. Do-do-do-do-do, that's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off just to save me the trouble. Yo, watch your own back, came in and go out alone, black. Stay in the zone, turn H2O to cognac. On Doomsday.
Operation Doomsday.
MF, you silly.
Operation Doomsday.
I wrote this one in BC.
1, I'm not mad at that. 2, it was fascinating because, like, it shows how singular his production style, because like that becomes a whole different tone. It's obviously because it's a different beat, but like that feels like almost a different rapper in a sense, because it's like you remove that beat from it and it just becomes a hip hop song rather than like, this like sort of mystical spiritual experience of like a collage of different things. That just felt like a straightforward rap song.
Right. I don't dislike it, but it doesn't move me like the original.
Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't move me, but like it worked. It definitely worked. It's like, like alternate, not to get into that multiverse, but that was like a variant version of him,
What about this X-Ray remix? I mean, come on, we got a whole nother remix here.
All right, let's see what X-Ray is doing. All right. He's Mr. Jason's in the lead, but let's see.
When
cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble lock. Stop, stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown pickle, sickle, psycho, throw the dick around, bound to go 3 plat. Came to destroy rap, it's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Them stack cats get kidnapped, then release a statement to the press, let the rest know who did that. Metal fist terrorists, claim responsibility. Broken household name usually set in hostility. What is MF, you silly? I like to take guns to the death for 2 milli. Do-do-do-do-do, that's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off just to save me the trouble. Watch your own back, came in and go out alone. Black, stay in the zone, turn H2O.
Did he use a different vocal take?
Yeah, because the I'd like to take men's to the end for 2 milli line has changed.
Okay. I mean, I heard it even before that. It was like a different, words.
Pebbles did not sound good over that beat.
I don't know if it was in key all the way. So
it was not in key at all.
All right, X-Ray. You should have seen that. Ain't you do an X-Ray?
Look, sometimes that happens when you're doing remixes and you got to cut the chorus out and do something else. Right. Like Mr. Jason did.
Exactly. All right. Okay.
There's more archival, Mel.
Okay.
All right, we're not done here. We've got a Mobb Deep Shook Ones Part 2 blend over this beat from the, what is it, Special Blends mixtape?
Yeah. Special Blends, Volume 1 and 2.
Nice.
All right. Here we go.
Doom. Metal face. Doom.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who wanna profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for theyself in his land, we be gunning. And keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around, but they never come close to. I can see it inside your face, you're in the wrong place. Cowards like you just get their whole body laced up with bullet holes and such. Speak the wrong words, man, and you will get touched. You can put your whole army against my team, and I guarantee you it'll be your very last time breathing. Your simple words just don't move me. You're minor, we major. You're all up in the game and don't deserve to be a player. Don't make me have to call your name out. Your crew is featherweight. My gunshots will make you levitate. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. When things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. Enough to get to see.
Knowledge is looking like that boy that they thought was Terrio. He's looking like that right now. Like, oh shit, you could put acapellas onto beats and they match up.
Knowledge, historically the bad mashup maker on this show. I can't say that didn't work.
No,
but I will say I
blends
prefer the individual songs.
Me too. Me too. But it's cool. It worked.
Yeah, it matched.
So much not working in that realm throughout the years on this show makes that notable, I think.
Yeah.
So we got one more audio here. It's MF Doom performing Doomsday live.
Oh, and we verified this is not an imposter.
No, these are official live recordings released by MF Doom.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go.
I know I gotta rep the title cut. Yo, how many of y'all went out there and got this album, yo? The Doomsday shit, I see y'all really know the rhymes. Good looking, you know what I mean? Much love for that shit. If you didn't go get it, you know what I mean? And if y'all know the rhymes, y'all can sing along and shit. Operation Doomsday. Got the Mad Villain shit coming out this year. My next Doom album coming out this year. You know it's wreck. Yo, I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails, tight and bobble locks. Stop, stick around, come through, dig the sound. Fly around 60 psycho who throw the dick around. Bound to go 3 plat, came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Femstat cats get kidnapped. Then release a statement to the press, let the rest know who did that. Battle for terrorists, claim responsibility. Broken household, man usually set in hostility. What is MF, you silly? I like to take men to the end for 2 milli. Do-do-do-do-do, that's an audio daily double. Rappers need to fall off, that's to save me the trouble. Yo, watch your own back, come in and go out alone, black. Stay in the zone, turn H2O to cognac. On Doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back to the essence. That's what my tumor say. Right above my government, even engraved the unmarked grave. Who's to say? I wrote this one in BC.
Just a man and a mic rapping. Not over no vocals, just over the beat. Clear, you can hear him. Yep. I love the gusto and the do-do-do-do-do. That's what I was waiting on. Oh, man. Is that like from a whole, you said it was officially
released? He did a
released?
live album. Yeah, I think it's called Live from Planet X. One of the live recordings tonight is not from that. It's from a compilation. But if it says, what's it say on it?
Well, Live from Planet X?
Well, on my file that I sent you.
Well, Doomsday says Live from Planet X. I don't know.
Okay.
You say so, one later on.
Yeah, one later on is from somewhere else. But Doom was saying in XXL Magazine about the song. The song was a while ago, so I'm just trying to remember what inspired it. It's really just normally what I'd be talking about. I kind of do bragging rap. I do the kind of hip-hop where the MC is more pointing out things and accentuating certain things that have been forgotten at some stage. So I'm really just explaining hip-hop rules about rhyming, typical shit that you would normally do or don't do. That's basically it. Hold on a second. I'm crossing the street right now.
Oh, man. Well, listen, that's classic. The thing about Doom that I found is, he's built up this mysterious persona, but often, like, in actual interviews and things, it's just like he's just a guy in the most endearing way, Like, if you manage to actually catch him and have a conversation and just, a sit down or whatever, the Red Bull thing like that.
Right. You're not talking to a character.
Right. And he doesn't seem to view himself in any, like, inflated sort of, lore enveloped way. He's just like, yeah, I'm about to cross the street.
That's for the music,
Right.
That's for the entertainment side of things. I like, on the outro, Pebbles gets to vibe out a little bit. The beat gets to breathe. It also gets kind of bit crushed at one point. We get a little flip-flopping of the scratching and the other sample into each other. Nice outro. The song's kind of able to breathe on its way out. Amazing record.
Yeah, the only other things I really have to say are just, that second verse. I guess it just never really thought about it too much until, spoiler, later on when Jesse brings it up. But like the second verse is about, a stint in jail. And that happened. But it's like, it's like, damn, like that happened, and he's rapping about like the Mentident line, because niggas in his face asked him about his case, it's like wet dreams of Fox Brown, all that. It's like even rapping about something as grim as jail, he can still manage to make it sound like this fantastical sort of world still, where it's like, yeah, wet dreams and, funky breath niggas and just like, yeah, but
the stuff that dreams are made of. At least Mel's dreams.
No.
All right.
I don't want to
Call Me If You Get Lost first. Listen.
Stop. It wasn't no funky breath nigga. Kids were being killed, but I don't think anybody wasn't brushing their teeth in my dreams. Those would be the worst dreams. Verse 3, I like the Tang reference. I got to drink some Tang soon. It's been a long time. I know still sell it. I think that, I'm pretty sure. I just haven't bought any, and I've never bought any actually myself. People have bought it, but the Tang, like that tied into like the orangutan line earlier. Oh,
that explains why like there were always like monkeys in their ads.
Oh, because orangutan Tang.
Tang.
I mean, it's Tan, but people say Tang. Like, I thought it was a orangutan, you know? But, like, yeah, like, yeah. But
is that why? You remember those commercials? They're like drinking it.
Well, yeah, they're drinking it. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm sure he was thinking of that when he was like, you know, known amongst foes for flow without no talking orangutans. I didn't know what he meant with that line specifically, but I figured it tied into Tang because they were in the commercials, the monkeys.
Yes.
Only Jin and Tang. But yeah, you know, when he's talking about, you know, crime don't pay, what's in youth, it's like me holding up the line at the kissing booth. I took her back to the truck. She was uncouth, spitting all out the sunroof through her missing tooth.
That's classic Doom.
I literally said that is singular rap. That is Doom. Doom does that. That like humor, that rap, that's Doom. You know, that's the stuff I hear, and I'm like, yeah, that's him. You know, but yeah, 7+. And hey, it could one day go up to the 8 that I figured it was going into it. You know, if it catches me in a moment, you know, it's just like, yeah, I like it a lot. What can I say? But for now, it's a strong like, you know? So, yeah. It's only hour 1 of Doomsday, you know? So it's a whole day. 24 hours. The first 24-hour rap review.
They ain't paying me enough to do that shit, man.
All right, you want to move on?
Absolutely.
Hey, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all of the other episodes, check the link in the description, stop by raprankings.com, or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform. And please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting to help us grow the channel and continue our journey as hip-hop's first and premier extreme podcast.